Ready to shoot.
Hello everyone, my name is Grethade here from 01gaming.com and noobcastgaming.com. It is Friday and I've got some gaming news, kind of smaller gaming headlines this time around, but they're out there. As far as the game in the background, I know it's probably going to be very exciting for you to watch, but the game is called Dream Pinball 3D. The game is available on Steam and goes on sale on a regular basis, so if Windows Pinball is getting a little boring for you, this is a way for you to switch it up. It's not that bad. There's a lot of flashy though, and it gives the warning about flashing lights and seizures and such, so you know my warning and you know what to do. So the first thing that I found is Doctor Who, the Eternity Clock. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Anyway, the Eternity Clock, which is a game that was released on the PlayStation 3 earlier this year, has a Vita port which will be available on October 9th in North America and October 10th in Europe. The puzzle-based platformer is going to take players through time and space in control of the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith's Doctor, and Riversong, fighting against the Daleks, the Cybermen, and more, saving Earth from all their evil plots. There's a PC port in the works, but there is no date announced for this. Yay. As much as a nerd as I am, and as much as I love Doctor Who, because what nerd doesn't like Doctor Who? And if you're out there, I question you now. I still don't know how I feel about this particular port, because it is a licensed game, and licensed games have a certain reputation about them, and that is they suck. There are a few exceptions out there, and I will continue to debate to the death with certain other commentators out there on the YouTubes and otherwise that talk about gaming. There's a few good licensed games. Overall, they are virtually non-existent, and I really hate to say it because I'm such a Doctor Who fan that this... No, I'm sorry. I'm going to stick to Netflix and get him all my Doctor Who from that, and maybe a convention here and there. Game just won't cut it. If you are a diehard fan and you have a TARDIS in your house and everything else, knock yourself out. You'll probably enjoy the game. For the rest of us, maybe not so much. Even if you take advantage of a couple of features like the GPS feature for finding and burying metals, that's kind of interesting, but that overshadows the entire... Well, it's a licensed game, and they're just trying to milk a franchise which has become very, 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 very popular in the past few years out here on stateside. The next thing I found is, well, Rovio is up to their tricks again with interesting tactics and teases and such. The most recent is a tweet that went up from the company's account earlier today that shows an image of one of the birds completely robed with the caption, "Who could this be? Check back tomorrow for a hint." An animated version of the same image subsequently appeared on Tumblr showing a robed bird holding a lightsaber. Confirming its authenticity, a member of the development team tweeted soon, "Amazing stuff, amazing team," alongside the image. Well, a phenomena such as Angry Birds on mobile systems, a phenomena such as Star Wars, which, well, no real description can give that justice. So I'm curious to know, if you're flinging birds, can you equip lightsabers as the bird and do some type of somersault twirly thing towards the pigs? If so, maybe I can actually finish a few of the levels. I jest, I actually do pretty well at the game. However, seeing a Star Wars licensed Angry Birds type game might be kind of interesting. I can imagine how many downloads that would have. And I have a sneaking suspicion that if this is actually going to be the game, it's going to destroy. And I do mean that in the very best way possible, destroy download records that were previously held by previous Angry Bird games. Time will tell. And the last bit of news I found in the gaming industry is that the co-creators of Words with Friends, Paul and David Bettner, are leaving Zynga. The brothers confirmed their departure in an interview with GameSpeak, but they did not discuss the reasons for leaving. The studio, which created the game Words with Friends, new toy, was purchased by Zynga back in 2010, And Zynga is responsible for other games like Hanging with Friends, Scrabble with Friends, Gems with Friends, etc., which are available on Facebook, Android, iOS, and more. Zynga, as a company, has fallen on hard times, especially with the lawsuit that's been pending from EA with the Ville and its similarity to The Sims, and, well, the reputation that Zynga has as a time waster of all things. The games that Zynga... I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to clarify this. I'm borrowing words, so this is not completely original. I just completely agree with it because it put the words to the thoughts I had. Games that Zynga makes that are not multiplayer. I'm talking about the Ville games. Cookieville, Farmville, whatever the Hellville, are not games. They are time fillers that try to get you to spend money to waste more time to make their profits. They are an evil entity that, well, now a couple of the co-creators are now gone from. They're going elsewhere. And it might have something to do with the reputation the company currently has. That is pure speculation. That is not fact. I have to state that for the record. But it makes you wonder, is Zynga really in that much trouble now?
Ready to shoot.
For some people that realize what the company really is, we can only hope for it, and it's maybe worth keeping an eye on. While you're keeping an eye on all those things that I reported on today, that brings me to a close for this week. I will probably be around sometime this weekend for a stream or two, so join me maybe. You can find my streams over at twitch.tv/Grethade. Grethade is spelled just like you see in the address bar here. As for this video, if you have any comments about it, whether it be positive or negative, please leave it in the comment section down below. That is that area where you can type things and tell me what you think. And you hit submit and we can read it all. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would certainly appreciate it. Thanks everyone. I'll see you next time.